For this video, I'm using the Yegi pre-made fans. They come in 3D to 6D. We actually just also launched a 7D eyelash, okay? And that's in a separate category online if you're interested in that. But keep in mind they are a little bit thicker since there's 7 lashes in that pre-made fan. And you can see what I'm doing is I'm applying one pre-made fan onto one natural eyelash. So it's very similar to applying classic eyelashes, and this is a good tool to use to be able to get a fluffier, fuller volume look if you don't know how to make your handmade fans just yet. So again, I isolate just like we isolate for classic lashes. We just want one eyelash extension in between those curved tweezers. Then I'm going ahead and applying the one pre-made fan, which is 6D for this video, onto that one eyelash. And in the beginning of the video, as I was talking, I'm also showing the glue we're using. That's the Yegi Premium glue, and it's good for any type of eyelash. You can use it. That was the 5 milliliter I was showing you, so the medium size. It also comes in a smaller size, a 2 millimeter, and also a 10 millimeter. So I keep isolating, again, just one eyelash extension in between those curved tweezers. And these curved tweezers are the Yegi Y5 tweezers. However, you can use any curved tweezers to isolate. Your biggest goal is to get one single eyelash in between them to make sure you don't get anything stuck together, and you're going to do nice and clean work, so we also avoid damaging the client's natural eyelashes. For that one, you see how I applied that one, it kind of tilted to the left. If it does that, you can, before the glue dries, use your tweezers to tilt it back up. In this case, I didn't. I probably didn't notice it when I was applying it, but if you want to direct them with your tweezers, you can shift them a little bit right or left as the glue is drying, and they will dry straight, okay? And if you can pay attention on this one, we did say we're doing the cat eye shape, so I'm putting the shorter links in the inner corner and longer in the outer corner. And later in the video I will map it out so you see exactly where I'm placing which length that we're using to make it easier. And in the beginning, I do recommend for everybody to map it out and write down on the tape or the eye patch of where you're going to place which size until you really get advanced, and then you can visually see where you would divide it, and then you can do it without mapping it out. We can really see them getting fuller and fuller even though we haven't applied too many yet. And of course, this is because we're applying the pre-made fan, and on each fan, since it is a 60, there's already 6 eyelashes. So here we go. So this is zoomed in so you can really see how clearly and how carefully I'm isolating to only have that one eyelash in between the tweezers, okay? Again, very, very important. I can't say it enough because some people get lazy and not isolate as properly, and that's when things get stuck together. That's how people damage their other people's lashes and whatnot. So make sure it's only stuck to one natural eyelash, and then you can let go of your isolation tweezers. Then we're gonna go in there again, do this over and over until almost all of the lashes are covered. And you can see I'm applying the fan right on top of the natural eyelash. Another trick you can do sometimes if it doesn't stick as good, so you can go ahead and apply it underneath the natural eyelash. Sometimes I do that. At this point, they're already getting pretty full, so I'm just gonna brush them to see how they're sitting, how it's looking, if I need to add more or where I need to add more. And I can clearly see after I brush them that they look pretty good and full in the center, but in the outer corners are still pretty empty. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the corners, and keep in mind it is normal for the corners to be a little bit harder to apply. And if you do get baby hair stuck onto the lash that you're trying to apply, go ahead and gently peel them off to make sure they don't stay stuck like that. Okay, it's really challenging if somebody does have a lot of baby lashes, but that's normal. It's not you, you're not doing anything wrong. Just try your hardest to detach them if they do end up getting stuck to that fan or to the eyelash you're applying. So I'm gonna continue, keep adding it, but I wanna show you how I map out the eyelashes so you can see which size I'm putting where. I wish I did this in the beginning to show you guys, but I remembered it late, sorry. But here we go. So what I did is I exactly divided the eyelash into 4 parts, because for this specific look, I used 4 different lengths and I divided it into 4 exact parts. So I did the shortest in the inner corner, which is 9 millimeters. Then it went to 11, 13, and 15 in the outer corners to give it that nice cat eye look. And remember, the bigger or the more sizes you use for a cat eye, the more of a smooth transition or a wing you're gonna get with the cat eye effect. If you're only using 2 lengths or 3 lengths, it may still look like a cat eye and it'll look really pretty, but it just won't be as much of a difference from the inner corner to the outer corner. So I continue filling it in all the eyelashes that I see that don't have any eyelash extensions on them until they look nice and full and almost every single eyelash has an extension. That's how they're gonna last long. That's how they're gonna make sure like I said, they're gonna last long since every day we lose a few. So the more I apply, the longer it's gonna last them, the happier they're gonna be, and they're really gonna get their money's worth. So don't get lazy, go ahead and put it on almost every single eyelash. Now that almost all of them have it and it looks nice and full and fluffy, I'm going to brush it and dry them as I'm brushing one last time to see how they look. But look, I still go back in and double check to see if maybe I missed any eyelashes, and I did, which is common, you know, after you take a break for a second and go back in, usually you can add a couple more, of course, if you want to do nice, perfect work. So that's what I'm doing, and you see how I use the tweezers to kind of redirect the direction I want the extensions. You definitely can do that as you're applying these pre-made fans, because since they are bigger or fuller or have few on there, it does take a minute for them to dry, so you do want to direct it if they kind of fall over. But there we go, and I'm using our mirror. We have this in pink and silver to check, make sure nothing is stuck underneath, that they look nice and full when she's gonna open, make sure there's no gaps and all of that good stuff, so then we can be done.